Dang it, King of the Hill was always a food show. King of the Hill is the best program ever. In the tens of years after its unexpectedly sudden end in 2009, Mike Judge's animated series, which follows the Hill family throughout their lives in the imaginary town of Arlen, has become a cult favorite because to its strangely impossible-to-reality portrayal of suburban life in Texas. However, King of the Hill has returned, along with its food preoccupation. The last time we saw the Hill family was 15 years ago. After Bobby's high school graduation, they left their Arlen home. Bobby, Pamela Adlon, moved to the big city of Dallas to work as a chef and open Rabata chain, a Japanese restaurant with German influences inspired by the history of the Texas Hill Country. Peggy, Kathy Najimy, and Hank, Judge, left for Saudi Arabia, where Hank worked in, what else? Propane. Now that Hank and Peggy have returned to Arlen, they are reunited with their quirky group of neighbors, which includes conspiracy theorist Dale Gribble, Johnny Hardwick and Toby Huss, and his wife Nancy, Ashley Gardner, as well as Lao immigrants Con, Ronnie Cheng, and Min Supanuzenphone, Lauren Tom, who came to Arlen with their daughter Connie, Tom, Bobby's childhood friend and intermittent girlfriend. During its first run, the program covered a wide variety of topics, from humorous Texana plotlines with Willie Nelson appearances to more somber topics like bullying and LGBTQ acceptance. But at its core, King of the Hill was always a culinary show, even while it examined these more significant subjects. If you know anything about Hank Hill, it's because he sells propane and its accessories, and he has an almost fanatical confidence in the superiority of that fuel for cooking steaks. The real gourmet, however, is Bobby, a well-known fan of fruit pies and a daring chef who also likes lutefisk. When Bobby begins learning how to cook and clean in his new homemaking class in the Season 7 episode Goodbye Normal Jeans, we get our first look at his culinary prowess. He is so excellent, in fact, that Hank begins to favor his cooking over Peggy's, which aggravates her so much that she attempts to ruin Bobby's plans to make the family Thanksgiving feast by sabotaging the roasted turkey. Hank and Bobby finally get to spend time together over grilled meats in the 2009 Season 13 finale. King of the Hill effortlessly returns to a well-known cadence in the Season 14 opener. It seems like we haven't seen Hank and Peggy in 15 years, despite the fact that they are navigating a new world where everyone uses the same pronouns and Texas barbecue restaurants have all-gender restrooms. In an effort to cope with the monotony of retirement, Hank starts making his own beer at home. This turns into a rivalry between him and Bobby, where Hank's 40 years of beer drinking and Bobby's culinary skills are pitted against one another. After competing in a homebrewing tournament in Dallas, the two discover that spending time with their families is more important than winning.